Welcome to KeysWord2Life Podcast. I'm Key, and this episode is about conditional and unconditional love. To contribute to Valentine's Day being tomorrow, I'm coming out with this episode so we can get a little bit of insight of what those things are. Now, I don't necessarily really celebrate Valentine's Day. I don't really celebrate any type of pagan holiday because it's just for America to make more money off of us and make more taxes off of us, okay? And if you really look up the origins of Valentine's Day, it has not shit to do with real love, okay? And I'm not really one to want to celebrate love for one day. If I love you as a friend, if there's anything more as family, then I express that love to you through my actions every day, every month, day in and out, from January to December, or whatever the Gregorian calendar states, okay? Definitely wanted to make this episode because it reminded me, around this time last year was in the dating scene, and it reminded me of a conversation that I was having with a guy that I was dating about unconditional love. He made a statement that I rebutted against at the time because of my beliefs. About how only a mother could love you unconditionally, specifically men in speaking is what he was saying. And I'd like to say that he was right. I lied to you. I told you that, no, of course, no, women love their men unconditionally. If you out there doing that, quit that shit, okay? Because he was right. He's supposed to suck on his mama titty. We ain't supposed to be out here loving unconditionally, all right? We are supposed to have conditions because with conditions comes boundaries, right? There's certain things that if you do in this relationship, I'm going to pack my bags and haul ass. Because I have respect for myself, and you will no longer have access. And will I forgive you and perhaps always love you? Yes. But it was a condition, things like cheating, or things like some women go as far as be like, if my man cusses me or call me out my name, I'm out of here. Those are conditions that enable self-respect for yourself. And I suggest everybody get some conditions about their love, because to be unconditional is to lack self-worth, to let everything go on and linger around just to keep somebody around really says something about your attachment issues, which we all have. Now, I also would like to advocate to not be intolerant, right? There's some things that are like spilled milk, y'all. And when you break up over certain stuff, it's like, what? Like, what? You didn't even want to be with that person for real. Just be real. Just be real and say that you made up an excuse so you could leave a little faster than, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, let's be real. But yes, young man, if you're out there and you're watching this, I don't know, but I lied to you, okay? You're right. Only a mother's going to love you unconditionally because you didn't ask to be here. She's supposed to do that. All of our moms are supposed to love us no matter what, and our parents are supposed to love us no matter what. That's just real. We didn't sought out to be whatever they wanted us to be. They were supposed to have us, bring us through some good formative year experience, and let us set us free and love us for whoever we wanted to become unconditionally. Whether we messed up or went to jail or became addicts or whatever. Like I see it all the time. Like parents do love their children unconditionally, and I think that you should. But as far as a significant other or even friendships or even family, as far as like sisters, there should be a certain amount of conditions that you have that help your self-respect and your boundaries, right? And I think that what I really advocate for is love without ultimatums, right? Love without those pesky, petty ass ultimatums, as far as like, ooh, honey, just aimless and petty stuff. Like I became acquainted with this one girl that broke up with her dude because like he cut his hair. They had made things official probably after 3 months of dating or whatever. They were together about 7 months after that, so now you're talking about like almost a year. And he had locks. He cut his locks off. Baby, she was out the door quick, and left while he was at work. Oh yeah. So with that being said, that is what I would think is an ultimatum. Oh, I'm going to stay with you as long as you're skinny. Oh, I'm going to stay with you as long as that ass is fat. Oh, I'm going to stay with you as long as we don't have no more kids. Oh, I'm going to stay with you. You know what I'm saying? Like those are ultimatums that are petty. When in reality, that's child's play, and nobody really wants an ultimatum. Oh, if you don't, come home and cook for me every day, I'm going to divorce your ass. That's an ultimatum. That's not a condition. You're being petty. Cook for yourself sometimes. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, if you know, as a woman, if my man ain't giving me head every night, I'm leaving. You know, when I ain't on my period, I'm leaving him. What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Come on now, that's petty shit. And I think that the real only unconditional we could really think to receive would be from the Lord if we don't get it from our parents, right? I think he loves us unconditionally, and he always allows us to come back to him and repent and do and sin no more. So I think that's another form that we can expect. But I know that, you know, a lot of people, we want connections while we're here being spiritual beings having this human experience. We want connections. And so I think some examples of conditional love is definitely about boundaries, right? Some conditions I would have in a relationship would be like, you know, no cheating. You know, don't call me out my name and cuss me and raise your voice. Like, I'm not going to deal with that too many times. I'm not going to deal with you neglecting me too many times. You know, I think forms of unconditional love is just sitting around letting anybody do whatever they want to do and just loving them no matter what. I think we see a lot of relationships like that are put out there in the public, like, you know, with celebrities, honestly. Not that I'm going to be mentioning too much of that bullshit, but yeah, like, that's an example how anybody could do anybody any type of way and they're still going to stick around and be, because that person lacks self-worth. If you really know your worth, there's some things you're not going to stand for. We're no longer kids. You know, you should have conditions about yourself. Keep in mind who's just keeping you around. You know, a lot of between women and men, because I don't think it's just a one sex type thing, placeholding is prominent in today's time. A lot of people are just placeholders for people, and I'm guilty of it as well. And I've also been into a position where I was holding a place for somebody, just for somebody else to come in. It happens. I think that it's best we be forthcoming. We be forthcoming about that. We be forthcoming about people who are just second choices to us. And we need to be aware when we are just second choices to other people. I just want everybody here watching this to know that there is somebody out there that's going to choose you first and only you. And even if they're not so certain that it's you, they're going to make up their mind like that to be like, I want to see where this goes with you. I'm going to put all my eggs in this basket. It's okay. Now, the dating scene that you put yourself out there to be in, to, you know, not necessarily just have a roster, but to get experience and to see what you like, to see what you don't like. That is important. I really do think so. Do I think it's important for you to spend all your 20s just dating and fucking off? No. But I do think if you're a woman and you're out there and you're going to date, you know, see how you want your man to treat you. Dating is a trial. When you're dating somebody, that's a trial to see, like, if you're going to be, like, that's a trial to see if they could keep up with, you know, you and what you like, right? And if you even like that, it's kind of trial and error when you're dating. Even if you're dating multiple people, you know, you need to be testing yourself and seeing if, you know, if the people that you're dating are people who can court you well and benefit you, and if they can be consistent and keep up with that. And that's vice versa. Honestly, that's vice versa. You need to see, there's no sense of trying to put somebody in a place where they weren't when you met them, right? I go to the gym damn near every day. Really, I only train 4 days a week, but you might catch me in there 5 or 6 days a week sometimes, to be real. And if I was in the dating scene right now, I would want my partner to have some type of exercise about them. Do you have to be a gym rat like me and lift? No. But you got to have some type of exercise in you that aids to your physical and your emotional and your mental health, because that's where I'm at and I need you to meet me. I'm not going to find somebody outside of the gym and then be like, oh, you should come to the gym with me, if they've never worked out a day in their life, and then complain, oh, I like him but he don't work out. Well, then I don't like him as much. I don't like him as much. You know, like I said, you don't got to be no gym rat, but you're not accustomed to being active. You're not my type of little shit, because I'm active. Not only am I in the gym, I like to run outside or hikes or rock climb, you know, indoor rock climbing that I do from time to time, or skating or whatever. Like, I'm active, and I need to be around somebody who's willing to get up and be spontaneous and let's go, you know, shoot basketball, whatever, play soccer, tennis. Like, I like to do all those type of things, and I would find somebody on that same caliber as me. And that's what I suggest for other people. It's important that everybody's got their own boundaries. and you know yourself and you know your self-worth, because there's a lot of times people get comfortable with just having someone around. They don't have to commit to me, but as long as I just get a little piece of time, a little piece of this, a little piece, no. You know what I'm saying? If you like me back, I want the whole thing. I'm worth the whole thing. And if you're not wanting to commit or love me like that, like me like that, that's cool. You need to be willing to let people go and detach. That's okay. There's plenty of people in the world. Like I said, somebody's going to value you to make you first, to make you want to be a priority to them and to accommodate for you, right? Because I also think another part of love is accommodation. Don't ever let anybody tell you that. Like, it's not to change who you are. If somebody comes in and they're like, oh, I don't like how your hair is natural, right? I'm natural all the time. This is a natural style. I do a lot of natural protective styles. I've never had a weave in my head. I do stuff like braids. I'll add hair to what I got going on. But for the most part, like, I love a natural protective style. If a man came into my life and was like, I like girls with weave. Okay, well, it's plenty of girls around here with, bust, like, you feel me, middle part bust down to the booty, and I like it too. Don't get it twisted. Like, I look at that and I love it. Or I like girls who have their natural nails. Like, I love to get my nails done, and sometimes I like them long, sometimes I like them short, sometimes I like no nails. Oh, I don't like girls who have piercings in their face. Well, baby, and there's some days, like, I take my piercings out. I've had tongue piercings. I've had 2 nostril piercings. I used to have a nostril piercing. You might see that in some of my past podcasts. I take it out from time to time. I do what I want to do when it comes to a lot of, like, my personality and the way I express myself through my look. And if a guy doesn't like that, you can find another look. Say the same thing for men. Like, the situation of just having a girl want to break up with a dude because he cut the locks off. Why, you should have just said from the jump that you really got with that man because of his locks. Because as soon as they left, so did you. So, man, you need to be, you need to be making sure that, she's not just there for the aesthetic of you. Because some of those girls are just out there dating men. Oh, well, he's skinny, and I know the skinny nigga's got a big dick. That's all you want him for? Because he's skinny, got to, and I've heard that. Like, I've heard that. Or I like big, chunky men. Like, what if he gets sick and lose all the weight or whatever? Or what if he just decides, I don't really want to be bulky anymore? It might be a little bit of his natural build, but he want to cut. And you don't like that no more. And then you're out the door. Those are ultimatums. Those are petty and pesky ultimatums that end up breaking people's heart and making people feel like they're not good enough. And I'm not in the business of that. I don't want to make somebody feel like they're not good enough. If somebody's not for you, they're not for you. Please don't ever get it twisted. You can be a good man, you can be a good woman, and still not be that person's person. And that's okay. That's okay. You could also have a good man or a good woman and that be so good for you, but you're not feeling like it's matching for real. And that could be a risk to take. But my best advice for that is anything that you let go and God brings back, just know that's for you. If you let it go and it stayed gone, then you did right. Let it go. Because if you really love and respect somebody like you say you do, then you keep it real with them and you keep it honest with them. You don't put them in placeholder position. And even if so, you let them know, hey, you're just a placeholder. I just need some company until my wife or my husband comes along. Like, at least keep it a buck. Like, that's what I advocate for. You ain't got to be perfect or have all the answers, but at least keep it real with people and give people the option to want to be a placeholder. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just real. We too grown to be sitting around here. Well, I'm too grown. I don't know about y'all. I know it's babies out there that might watch this or whatnot. And when I say babies, I really be talking about the younger 20s and on down. But the reality is, if you're 25 and up, baby, we're too damn grown to be playing with people's emotions. Okay? It was never cool, but now you look, I'm looking at you sideways like, hey, why is you playing with that? You know what I'm saying? Why is you playing with that boy's emotions? So why are you playing with that girl's emotions? Don't do that shit. Keep it player, keep it P, keep it G, whatever. Like, keep it anything but on some bullshit lies. Please don't play with people like that is all I ask. And I think it's important that we stop getting in front of people asking them, well, why me? Why did you choose me? Fuck all of that. First of all, is the proof not in is there no pudding around here? Is there no proof in it? Stop it. Listen, somebody, come my way The proof is in the pudding. I seen why you came over here. I'm not going to ask why you came over here. What? Like, and I don't think that men should do that either. Why are you here? Why did you choose? Like, what? Like, let somebody show you why they chose you. Let the chemistry speak for itself if there is some. Let the bond speak for itself if there is so. But all the questions of why me? Why not you? Why not you? Look at you. You looking good. And the inside looks as good as the out. Why not you? Stop it. And that's all I really just wanted to break down and talk about, because I just, it dawned upon me, that conversation, and how, honestly, never feeble-minded, okay? But I feel like definitely naive of how I used to be, to think that I would love somebody unconditionally when I will not. I have conditions. Honestly, I'm more strict now than ever. You got one chance, and baby, one chance. As soon as you mess it up, I'm out the door, and I ain't tripping. Ain't like I'm ugly. It ain't like my brain is ugly either. Even if I was not as attractive, whatever, like I have the confidence on the inside that I've always had, despite whatever the looks was, to speak my mind, to stand up for myself, to stand up for what I believe in, or stick beside my morals and my values and my character and my personality. Like, that I know that, somebody's gonna come around and pick it up and value it for real. I used to have a hard time thinking that I was likable. And I still do sometimes. I think like I talk a lot. I think I got a lot of flaws. I didn't think I was likable like that for real. And I still struggle with that. But I feel like I know I'm a good time. Like, I know I'm a good time. And I know that there's some people out there that don't want it for a long time. And there's some people that just want the good time. And I have to have discernment. And everybody, we should all have the discernment to figure out who wants what, if what we want matches that. But it's important. It's important that you know that if you are thinking that you as a woman can love unconditionally, especially as a woman, coming from a woman, baby girl, you cannot. And baby girl, you will not. What are you talking about? Ain't no love and you got conditions. Tell these niggas it's strict around here. Tell them you can't just come in any time of the night. Tell them, just like the parents are. Tell them it ain't none of that. It's real strict around here. It is. I demand and deserve respect as well. That men need respect and women need love. I need both. I don't know about y'all. I don't know who made up the rules that I can only get love. I need both. Like, I need you to respect me, honestly. Respect my mind and my body and my opinions and who I am as a person enough to keep it honest with me. A deal breaker for me is lying. Don't get up here and lie for my face, because the Lord loves me and brings everything that is done in the dark to the light to protect me. It has happened many times before. It will continue to happen. Y'all don't play with me, because the Lord gonna tell on you. The Lord gonna tell on you. He do it all the time. He may not come when you wanna. Stop playing. Anyways, I'm for real, but he's always on time. He is always on time. And it's important. It's important to have a relationship with him so that he can have your back and you ain't got to worry about anybody else having your back. You feel me? I hope everybody's got boundaries this Valentine's. Don't spend Valentine's with anybody who has the balls. And that's not even balls. Anybody who's pussy enough to lie to your face. It ain't tricking if you got it. What you mean? If you can keep it a buck with somebody and they still want to mess with you, just know you that for real. You're that for real. What are you lying for? Why do you have to lie? Why are you lying? Why? Because if you told the truth, that person would be out of here. Because you're not cool enough. You're not cool enough to do the shit that you're doing to that person and for them to still stick around. So you already know what it is. Get you some conditions. All that unconditional love, save that for your babies. They're going to need it. Okay? Them little boys, them little girls, they need the unconditional love. They need the time and the space to make all the mistakes in the world and still have somebody to have their back. And that person is their parent. Okay? When that man asks for unconditional love, you ask him, where is your mother? Where's mommy? Where's her titty? So you can suck on that. Because this ain't that. I'm not here to love you unconditionally. I'm not. I've got conditions. If you can't keep up and be consistent and be respectful and be loving and be communicative and be, you know what I'm saying? If you can't be as women, we have needs. We've got needs. If you can't fulfill my needs, what are you here for? If you can't please me, what are you here for? Ain't that what you came over here to do? To keep my attention? If you can't keep it, say that. Say, I can't keep up with your standards, Key. I can't keep up with your conditions. Okay, I understand. Thank you for keeping it a buck with me. Go on now. Thank you. Next. Get off. But I'm not gonna settle and lower myself down to meet you where you are. Why would I do that? All these credentials that I have, you think I'm finna go work at Jack in the Box? McDonald's? That's underemployment. Stop underemploying yourself just to be in an establishment. The establishment doesn't fit your aesthetic, baby. Not on the inside and not on the out. Time for y'all to get some nuts and get some detachment and be okay with not being somebody's first choice. Don't get mad about it. I'm not your first choice. That's fine. Leave them where they are. And there is somebody out there that will make you that. And that goes for women and men, because men, y'all be placeholders too. Y'all be second options. She knew who she really wanted, which I'm gonna keep it so buck with y'all women. It probably wasn't somebody y'all had no business wanting. You shouldn't have wanted him. You should have wanted the second option, but it doesn't matter now. Don't try to rebound him. Stop rebounding these niggas. Stop it. You didn't want him from jump, because he wants a second option, people. Always a second option. Once a second option, always a second option. You know what I'm saying? And even if he became the first option, he still didn't. He just became a placeholder, and you're still waiting on your husband to come along. Stop doing that, man, like that, man. That ain't cool. Stop doing these women like that. I don't know why men think that we is just so fragile and we're snowflakes that are gonna melt as soon as we hit the ground. Like, what are you talking about? You seen what it was when you came over here, but then you didn't know how to value it, or you just chose to not. Let me know that that's not what you want to do, so I can get the fuck on. Because women will wait around waiting for the love that they want from that certain man that they want. I'm no longer in the game of that bullshit, to keep it a buck with you. Excuse my language. I'm trying. My granny done really cracked down on me, y'all. She been watching my stuff. She done showed it to the people's at church. Y'all, I got to cut it out. I got to get better, baby. I got to get better, and I will. I really, really will, Granny. I will. But I just be so passionate. Sometimes I just gotta cuss a little bit, a little tinge. You know what I'm saying? This is my stuff. Okay, let me not get too aggressive with my granny. But anyways, get you some conditions. Stop with the whole unconditional love conversation. We are no longer a part of that. We have conditions. We are women. We have needs. You are a man. You have needs. You have needs. Stop settling, man. You say you need respect, get some respect. Why you still with a woman who cussing you out every day and so combative? The Lord said it's better for you to be homeless, living in a box behind Kroger, than to keep coming home to a woman that want to argue every day about anything. She's overstimulated. She can't handle her emotions. She doesn't know how to self-soothe. She doesn't know how to self-console. And so you're the punching bag, because you're big and you're strong in her mind. And so she's just going to take it out on you. And you're going to allow it. Why? Where are your boundaries? Where are your conditions, men? You need respect? Get you some. Can't stand a man who say that he want respect, but he sit there and deal with a woman who's going to be combative all day long. What? You let a hoe slip, she going to slide. You going to be a playground before you know it. What? What? Are you an amusement park? Is that what you are? Beach Bend? Kentucky Kingdom? Yeah, okay. Six Flags. Yeah, Six Flags. Well, I hope that my message got across. This was fairly short. I didn't want to take up anybody's time. I know everybody finna get in the groove tomorrow and everybody return. I'm finna be at the gym. Yeah. See, I got a nice little hot date at the gym. Then I'm gonna go to Kava, cheat on my diet, carbs. But yeah, that's me. That's the love of my life right now. The gym and food. I am a... Let me stop. I am a Harlow for the food. That sounded funny. Slept for the food for real. Okay? That's the only thing that could do me any type of way. And I'm still never going to stop eating food. Fuck up my stomach and all. And I might stop eating that food. But I'm never going to give up on food. That's one thing that's got me by the chokehold. So, but yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.